The boy's fists were bloody long before the pirate noticed him. The market on Tarsus. 9 was chaos that day. Vendors shouting, alien traders bartering over pulsating orbs, and thieves darting between stalls. In the middle of it all, a scrawny human boy had tackled a reptilian cutburst twice his size and was pounding his face with a stubborn rhythm of survival. People laughed, some even cheered, a few recorded it, but one man didn't laugh. From a balcony in a nearby cantina, Captain Korvek the Red watched with one amber eye gleaming beneath his cracked eye patch. His black coat fluttered in the hot wind like the wings of a vulture. Everyone knew the name Korvek, a pirate feared across 7 systems, a man whose laughter often preceded slaughter. And yet, that day, he leaned forward in silence. When the reptilian thief finally broke free and hissed away in the crowd, the boy stood panting, fists still raised, eyes burning like twin suns. He couldn't have been older than 14. Ragged clothes, dirt-caked skin, but that spark, that fury. Korvek recognized it. He'd seen it before, in the mirror, decades ago. He threw a coin down. It landed with a metallic chime, beside the boy's foot. The boy turned, startled, staring up at the pirate captain. "Drinks on me, kid," Korvek said with a crooked grin. Inside the cantina, the air was thick with smoke and a hum of alien music. The boy sat stiffly, clutching his cup like it might explode. Korvek sprawled opposite him, swirling a glass of something toxic green. "So," the pirate began, "what's your name?" "Rion," the boy muttered. "What do you want?" Korvek chuckled, straight to suspicion. "Good instinct." He leaned forward. "I saw what you did out there. Not many humans left on this rock who'd take on a Phyrexian barehanded." "He stole from me," Rion said. "It was my credits. I wasn't going to let him walk. Those credits worth dying for." Rion met his gaze. "They were my mother's." Something in Korvek's expression shifted, almost imperceptibly. A memory flickered behind his scarred face. Then he smiled again, teeth glinting. "You fight like a rabbit crawler, boy. Ever thought of fighting for something bigger than your mother's purse?" Rion frowned. "You mean what?" "Joining pirates." Korvek laughed, a booming sound that made nearby drinkers flinch. "You think I recruit just anyone? You've got the bite. Sure, but you'd be dead in a week." "Try me," Rion said. The pirate froze, amused by the defiance. That spark again, unbroken, unafraid. "All right then, Rion," he said, setting down his glass. "Prove it." That night, under the metallic rain of Tarsus 9, Korvek took the boy to the docks. His ship, the Widow's Fang, loomed in the mist, an ancient vessel patched with stolen tech and war scars. "Climb aboard," Korvek ordered. Rion hesitated. "And if I don't?" Korvek smirked. "Then you walk back to the slums in the rain, hoping the Phyrexia you beat today doesn't bring friends." Rion climbed. The ship smelled of oil, sweat, and ozone. Pirates moved about, strange creatures with glowing eyes and jagged weapons. They sneered at the boy, muttering in languages he didn't know. Korvek addressed them loudly. "This one thinks he's got what it takes to stand among us. Let's see if he bleeds like the rest." The pirates laughed. One, a massive four-armed brute, cracked his knuckles and stepped forward. Korvek gestured. "Try not to kill him, brag." Rion barely had time to blink before the alien swung. He ducked, felt the wind of the blow graze his hair, then lunged forward, jabbing the alien's ribs. It was like punching a wall. Pain shot up his arm. Bragg grinned, ready to end it. But Rion didn't stop. He threw himself at the alien's face, biting, clawing, striking wild and desperate. The crew shouted in surprise as Bragg stumbled back, clutching a bleeding cheek. Korvek's laughter echoed through the hangar. "Enough." Rion was panting, trembling, his knuckles split open again. "Congratulations," Korvek said, stepping closer. "You just earned yourself a bunk." The crew looked stunned. Bragg growled, but Korvek raised a hand. "You all heard me. The boy's one of us now. Anyone got a problem with that?" No one dared answer. Weeks passed. Rion learned fast. He scrubbed decks, fixed wiring, carried ammunition. But more than anything, he watched. Korvek noticed it. The way the boy's eyes followed every move, every command, every tactic. The pirate captain would find him awake at odd hours, practicing knife grips or memorizing control panels. One night, Korvek found Rion sitting alone on the deck, staring out into the dark between stars. "Can't sleep?" the captain asked. Rion shrugged. "Dreams keep me awake. Good dreams. About my mother. She died when the mines collapsed. I wasn't strong enough to help." Korvek's voice softened. "Strength doesn't always save the ones we love." The boy glanced at him. "Then why do you fight?" The pirate's gaze turned distant. "Because someone has to. Because if you stop fighting, the universe eats you alive." He handed Rion a small knife, a curved blade with an ivory handle. "This was mine when I was your age. Keep it sharp." Rion took it reverently. "Thanks, Captain." Korvek smirked. "Don't thank me yet." The test came sooner than expected. A week later, the Widow's Fang was ambushed near the rings of Zarth. Federation patrols had finally tracked him down. Energy bolts streaked through the void, shaking the ship. Return fire. Korvek barked, gripping the controls. "Rion, to the turret." The boy sprinted through smoke-filled corridors, clambered into the gun pod, and strapped in. His hands trembled on controls. But when the enemy ships appeared, something inside him snapped into focus. He fired. Again and again. 2 enemy fighters exploded into blue flame. "Ha-ha!" Korvek's voice crackled through the comms. "That's my boy." But the celebration was short-lived. A missile hit the rear thrusters, sending the ship into a spiral. Rion was thrown against the wall. Alarms blared. "Abandon ship," someone shouted. "No," Korvek growled. "Not yet." He staggered toward the bridge, one arm bleeding. Rion followed him, coughing through the smoke. "Captain, we need to escape." Korvek slammed a lever. "We will, but I'm not letting them take my ship." Together, they rerouted power to the main cannon. The console flickered, warning lights screaming. Korvek gave Rion a hard look. "You ready?" Rion nodded. "Always." Fire. The blast tore through space, vaporizing the lead cruiser. The shockwave hit them seconds later. Everything went white. Rion woke to silence. The ship was adrift, half its hull gone. He groaned, crawling through debris. "Captain?" No answer. He found Korvek slumped near the command chair, unconscious but alive. His chest rose faintly. Rion dragged him to a survival pod and hit launch. The pod ejected, streaking toward the nearby moon. Hours later, under the pale glow of alien dawn, Korvek stirred. Rion sat beside him, holding a blaster and keeping watch. "You saved me," the pirate rasped. "You saved me first," Rion said simply. Korvek laughed weakly. "You really are ferocious, boy." He looked at the horizon. The ship's gone. The crew scattered. "Guess this is it." Rion shook his head. "No, we'll rebuild. You taught me how." Korvek's grin returned, slow and proud. "Maybe I did." He pushed himself up with effort, placing a hand on Rion's shoulder. "From this day, you're not my cabin boy. You're my first mate." Rion blinked. "You mean?" "I mean you've earned it. A pirate's life isn't about treasure, kid. It's about surviving when no one else can." They stood together as the sun rose over the wrecked land, the red sky burning with promise. And for the first time since that day in the market, Rion smiled. Not the angry smile of defiance, but the calm, dangerous smile of someone who found his place among the stars. Somewhere above them, the widow's Fang drifted in silence, waiting to be reborn. And when it was, the galaxy would once again whisper two names in fear: Korvek the Red and Rion the Ferocious.